send out my food.
And we are live. Hello. Hi, everybody.
Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
Wow.
My goodness.
Here we are.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's us.
What
Hi,
up?
everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome to season 9 of Rivals of Waterdeep.
Woo.
Yeah.
I am your dungeon master, I
Yeah.
guess. My name is LaTia Jacquise. You may know me as Dahani in previous seasons, and I am super happy to be sitting in the DM's chair for season 9. It's gonna be great, I promise. So let's go around and introduce our cast, starting with, on my right, Masood.
Hi guys, my name is Masood. My pronouns are he, him. I play Gazrick Nomrad, your fiscally conservative rock gnome druid with a shady past, which you should have watched season 8 to find more about. His pronouns are also he, him. Yeah, and I'm just so excited to be here today.
All right. Next is Eugenio.
Hey everybody, I'm Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands, and I'm super excited to join the Rivals, but I'm not gonna tell you with whom just yet. There are plenty of ways that you could begin to figure it out, but we'll leave the intros for a dramatic moment in story, or just an incidental one, I don't know.
All right, next is Brian.
Hello, Brian, Urban Bohemian everywhere. I am also super nervous, super excited, very happy to get started. And yeah, following Eugenio, you probably can figure some things out by now, but we're not saying anything else. So that's it.
All right, Shareef.
Hey, I am Shareef. He, him. My character is also a big secret. No, it's Sharakfa. Sorry, guys. It's the same tiefling warlock you've been dealing with.
I was about to say,
for 8 seasons so far. So super excited to get into him. He's a tiefling warlock.
Right. And last but certainly not least, Tanya.
Hey, y'all. I am your now blood hunter, Selise Storio, with a little bit of paladin mixed in. Oh, I've had fun while I was away. But IRL, I'm Tanya, Cypher Tier. And yeah, let's see what happened to Selise last season.
All right. And then my pronouns are she, her. I don't think I mentioned that when I said hi. Before we get started, we jump into a full season 8 recap. I do believe we have some ad reads. And as usual, Shareef, you can take those away.
Yeah. So let's give a shout out to the folks that help our game go and become more awesome. First of all, we use D&D Beyond for our character sheets, for some of our dice rolling, for looking up spells, creating NPCs, all that great stuff. Check them out at D&D Beyond. At dndbeyond.com. If you join our chat, you have the chance to win a giveaway. There will be a code in the chat that like a mod will throw out there, and then you will be able to enter that giveaway and get maybe a source book, maybe something cool. So make sure to check that out at dndbeyond.com. Our dice trays and vaults are provided by Wormwood, WYRM Wood. So check them out at wormwoodgaming.com and use the code RIVALS for free domestic shipping as LaTia shows off her wonderful thing there. We also have a new sponsor. We are proud to be sponsored by Die Hard Dice. Check them out at dieharddice.com and use the code RIVALSRETURN for 10% off. Look at that. It's Eugenio's first day and he already has the product placement down.
Respect.
He is on point.
A certain set of skills.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
He's the Liam Neeson
Of product placement.
Wow.
Yeah, he is the Liam Neeson of product placement.
Day one.
Also, if you use minis in your campaign, make sure to check out Eldritch Foundry. They have some really dope minis out there. Eldritch-foundry.com.
And I might actually have a mini right here.
Ooh, yes. So
It's not for Rivals, but I've got a mini. Haha.
Yeah.
And it's the wrong way because I can't tell what way I'm looking.
Well, I do have my Shaka mini here.
Hey.
See that, but yeah, it's pretty cool with the crossbow and everything.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. So So yeah, so if you go there and use the code Rivals DND, you can get 10% off. Also, Stormcrow. Their merch shop is still open. I believe that their
God, that mug is huge.
restaurant
Yeah, it
has
is.
closed down.
I need this much coffee for you all.
I definitely need that mug.
Yeah, but they have all kind of cool things. They got shirts, they got mugs, they got masks, all kind of cool geeky things that are TTRPG related. So make sure to go to shop.stormcrow.com and use the code Rivals for 15% off.
All right. Well, there's no more stalling, except for the season recap. The season recap. So I am so delighted to bring Eugenio and Brian in for their first cast whoosh.
Oh dear.
So yes, it's time. So
we didn't practice. No.
It's simple.
You'll feel it. Just trust it.
You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your bones and your arms. So previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. Whoosh. Yes.
Perfect.
We've done
Excellent.
the whoosh.
It was beautiful. All right, so we have a whole season of stuff to catch up on. So what happened last season, everybody?
I mean,
it was like a scared straight. It was like a scared straight.
Oh, don't even tell that lie.
Thematic.
Don't
a little
even
bit
tell
of
that lie. It was not.
Did it work?
No.
No. Kind of Hogan's Heroes,
worked?
sort of. You know. We went to jail because of Gazrick.
Yeah.
Not solely because of Gazrick, but because of Gazrick's past, I should say. He got into a bind when someone from his past life came calling in on a favor, and the Rivals graciously and also, I think, unwittingly agreed for the sake of Shaka, and found themselves on a prison sentence for the season. And yeah, they got up to some shenanigans. I believe did Tahani nearly murder an entire room of prison inmates?
Yeah. Yes, she did.
I think so. I think she warned them and then
Yeah,
followed through on the fact. Yeah.
You're making it sound like she just went out and just beat
Well,
people. Like,
Absolutely. No.
No. That fight could have been avoided.
yeah.
Of course it could have.
Yeah.
The pride you have in saying that. Oh my god.
The Hani giving
definitely could have. But we were, so Sierra was the one that came to like a Waterdeep. She hooked us up with Speaker Shane in Icewind Dale and like a Bryn Shander. And there was a lot of Arcane Brotherhood stuff kind of going on. So she wanted us to go to like a Revel's End to meet up with Valish Gant to get some more info. So we were trying to infiltrate into the Arcane Brotherhood in Revel's End. And they threatened us, and Tahani, in a purely defensive, sort of defensive manner, did have to put the beat down on poor Leon, aka Scruffy.
Yeah. And while all of these things were happening, Selise was off doing really awesome blood hunter stuff, probably having small headaches every time the Rivals did something terrible. The worst kind of little brain signal. But the season ended with, despite everything that we tried to do and tried not to do, we did manage to make contact with Valish Gant, made plans for escape, did do the escape, and we ended the season at Speaker Shane's house with Selise being there rather unexpectedly, and with two new people in tow, and minus one Rin Leodon.
Yes.
Yep.
And that is where we begin season 9.
Mm-hmm.
So the rivals have just de-windwalked into I won't say into, but I'll say outside of Speaker Shane's house, have been let in, and we begin with a very interesting encounter. How is everybody feeling as we walk in to see Speaker Shane looking somewhat put out, I would expect. And then Selise standing here with two people that we've never seen before.
Shock is pretty relieved. Because I remember, like, Rin is gone. Gazrick and Ahani are still somewhat new to him. So to see Selise, and to immediately think that she must have been mounting some kind of rescue for us, because we went to Icewind Dale like without her, so see her here. Shaka is very relieved. So he kind of tries to make eye contact and just give just like a little head nod, like,
which she just gives him a raised eyebrow, like, I'm not, you shouldn't be this excited to see me.
Yeah, I am excited. You can't take my excitement. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll rectify that.
Oh boy.
Gazrick looks in and is just shocked because, like, how did Selise get up here? How did she know? And also, I think you could see a little bit of concern in his eyes because of like, now Valish is probably in tow behind us as well. Like, we're here doing a trade-off, which is not something I think the rivals have ever done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And since I kind of have to be myself for a little bit, Tahani has landed in, and she sees Selise, and she sees that look on Selise. But she has not known Selise for a very long time, but that is not a happy face. And so she's just kind of behind everybody.
You are a tall bird. How are you hiding?
I'm not tall. Tahani is short. Tahani is like 4 feet tall.
Really?
Tahani is very short. She is small.
Yeah.
I always thought she was like tall as me, the way she acts.
She has small person energy.
Wow. Okay. I got you.
So after this kind of tense, this tense moment of kind of standoff between the I'm sorry, what do for Eugenio and Brian, what do the rest of the rivals see? Who do the rest of the rivals see, I will say, standing with Selise?
Wow.
Somebody talk.
Wow, y'all
All
are
right.
We're far too nice.
That was
So,
amazing.
Eagerly sort of eyeing the, I guess, 4 of you that have just come inside. Kent is a fairly tall, a little over 6 foot tall individual who has 2 sort of short-ish horns coming from the front of his forehead and sort of curving back a little bit. The horns have beaten metal of some sort, maybe silver, maybe platinum, maybe mithril, into them in these sort of really intricate designs. And in the sort of not darkness, but not, sunlight of this room, they seem to almost glow just a little bit. There's a little too much light coming from them. He's wearing sort of very form-fitting studded black leather armor, and sort of everything on him, from shoulders down to boots, is black and matte and sort of very easy to lose track of. Except that he has sort of flourished the cloak that he is wearing, and the inside lining of this cloak is like shiny, vibrant, like dark lavender purple sort of fabulousness on the inside of the cloak. And he has sort of spread the cloak open and has given a just low enough respectful bow to all of you as he smiles, and you can see his sort of blue, ice blue eyes, and his skin is sort of it's a medium sort of brown color, but if you look at it in the right way, you can almost see it looks like he's perpetually really cold. There are just little hints of blue at certain angles in his skin.
Ooh,
I love it.
Very cool.
So Virgil next to Kent has sort of actually noticed Kent's bear nod and flourish, and has kind of had a little sigh, but you see a generally friendly, he's human appearance, about 6 feet tall, brown skin. He has medium length dreadlocks. There are cuffs in them. He's wearing a blue traveling coat. It's hooded, vest and a completely unnecessary suspender harness. And he's essentially eyeing you all carefully. He's looking back to Kent. He's looking to Selise. He's looking at you all. What you may notice is that his eyes are a pale blue without pupils. They are, but in general, he has a friendly but reserved demeanor, as in you're not sure, like, in looking at him, you're not sure what, if anything, Selise has said about you and her travels with you.
Awesome. I love them both.
Nice.
So they're in the middle of this standoff where Selise and her friends are now looking at the rest of the rivals, who look very cold and a little haggard. Almost simultaneously, Speaker Shane says, "Well, don't everyone speak at once," at the same time that Valish kind of like swoops forward in, whatever kind sort of prison finery he has been given. And he says, "Well, this was not quite the escape I was expecting, but if you would care to explain, Speaker Duvessa." And there is a brief kind of back and forth that explains the parameters of what was supposed to happen. And Valish, kind of explains what did happen.
Yeah.
Gazrick really just started like kind of pacing back and forth. We're all wearing the same outfit. We've all been in prison, and we didn't get our things on the way out. So yeah.
Oh, that sucks for you, doesn't it?
I mean, unless the warden worked something out with Speaker Shane, to my knowledge, we just walked out of there.
Yeah, we just win.
Well, remember, so quick out of character thing. Remember that Duvessa was holding all of your real stuff, so you didn't actually lose anything.
Right.
I was going to mention that she does have everything that you opted not to take to prison with you. Which, if you did take anything to prison with you, it's gone. But she did offer to hold kind of everything that your weapons, your gear, etc., etc. And you do see behind her desk there are several kind of like burlap sacks full of things. Selise, how are you feeling right now?
Selise is somewhat annoyed / concerned. Like, who's this Valish person? Also, why is everyone looking confused, and why are you in prison uniforms? I mean, she kind of knows, but she's just like, really? I'm gone for a while and this is what I come back to?
How long has Selise been here in Icewind Dale?
Not very long. She probably arrived, depending on the time of day, she probably arrived either that morning or she arrived about maybe late the night before, depending on what time of day it is currently while this is happening.
Okay. So the wind walk from Revel's End to Bryn Shander would not have taken super long, and it was late at night when we planned the escape. So I'll put it at probably about midnight that that everyone has sort of gathered here. Speaker Shane says to Valish, well, the circumstances are not exactly what I was expecting for your release, but despite the very unorganized and she shakes her head and doesn't even finish that sentence. She's despite the circumstances, here you are. And Valish says, here I am, with his other 3 lackeys. I do believe Scruffy, Mr. Leon, is here with Valish's partner, who has been kind of in the back, just warming up, really, because Revel's End is super cold, and Speaker Shane's office is very warm. So he's like probably kind of edged himself a little closer to the fire and is like rubbing his arms and is, he's happy to be out of prison. Speaker Shane says, it is far too late to discuss these things. I had arranged rooms for your eventual arrival, and you may use them. Miss Astorio, I believe you said your name was. Did you say what your name was?
I hadn't got the chance yet. No one really asked Selise anything, so.
Cool. So then she will motion to you. I understand that there is some sort of acquaintance here. They are welcome in my house, and you are welcome in my house. And she puts you all up for the night because it's midnight, and it has been a lot for her.
Okay. Can I ask her a question before we get?
You may.
Have you informed Selise on what has happened? I assume you sent for her.
No, actually. Selise, as I understand your name to be, how did you make your way up here?
I traveled.
Yeah, but how'd you know that we were here?
I left a note. You guys, you always leave a note.
Okay. All right. How's Duo doing?
I don't know. I wasn't really looking for Duo. Once I saw that you all had wound up in jail, I convinced my 2 new companions to come with me.
Oh, these are your new companions.
Oh.
Yes.
And like Shaka kind of. He's not quite like, he's kind of like checking him out a little bit. He's kind of like, okay, all right.
Is that
Kent stands up a little bit straighter and sort of opens up his cloak a little bit more and says, well, we're certainly not her retainers.
If anyone thought you were my retainers, who knows what else they would assume.
Are y'all paladins? Like, are y'all paladins a tier as well?
Is that funny?
No.
You see Gazrick pop up behind some of the burlap sacks that he's been looking for his own things out of. Why is that so humorous?
Shaka, one of the things that you, as you say that, and as Kent and Virgil laugh, you notice that Selise is not dressed in her usual paladin finery. What are you wearing, Selise?
Selise is wearing a long black duster with a bandolier with potions and other things on it, and a lovely red flowing, I don't want to say ascot, but you notice a red scarf around her neck, and she has a decidedly less friendly air about her and a bit of darkness about her. She's dressed basically to go hunting, shall we say, and you notice her shield is not with her, but she does have a double scimitar and a long sword on her back.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be like, I know it's late, but there's a lot we need to talk about. So should we talk about it now, or should we rest and talk about it in the morning?
Shaka, my friend, we just got out of prison. I think we deserve a good night's sleep.
I mean, yeah, but okay.
Because you could stay up, Shaka. I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
I
how
mean,
was the travel in?
I mean, you just look so different, Selise, and I'm a little worried. But we probably do need some rest.
Why would you be worried, Shaka?
I mean, we've been, through some adventures together, and you just seem a little different. You just seem a little different. So, like, I feel like we definitely need to talk about if there's anything that occurred since we left that we need to know about. And then he kind of gestures toward Kent and Virgil and says, "Yeah, like how you picked up these two."
Oh, we can talk about it over breakfast. It's midnight, Shaka.
All right. As long as we talk about it, I'm cool.
Well, that assumes I want to.
Okay. Well, I only want you to share what you want to share.
Right. At this point, the doors open and two sort of maidish looking people enter, and they kind of motion you outward out of the room, and you are led, if you so desire, to very comfortable arrangements. Nothing super fancy, but there's a bed and there's like a wash stand, and it's all miles and away better than what you had at Revel's End. You notice that Valish and his lackeys stay in the office with Speaker Shane.
I am happy to be led to a comfortable room because I'm tired. It's cold here, and Selise wants a nap. Well, she wants to sleep.
And
Gazrick,
yeah. No, go ahead.
Gazrick doubles back. I think if Valish is going to stay in the room and talk to, like, Speaker DePass, I think, Gazrick, this is, like, his buddy that he left in jail. Like, if there's, like, did I do something bad? Is there, like, a greater thing? Should he have stayed in jail? I think, Gazrick just wants to know.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So while the rest of you are all led to comfortable sleeping arrangements, do you, Gazrick, do you make do you sneak back, or do you just opt to stay back?
Let me look at my character sheet and just refresh myself. My stealth is 0, so that is a good reminder. I think I didn't have time to change any of my spells, so I have what I have. Just being fair, and I do not have invisibility. Okay. I think I you know what? I pass without trace. I do have pass without trace. I'll cast pass without trace on myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you do this?
Once I go back to my room, change out of my clothes, back into you see Gazrick. Oh, nice. Finally, something. It's cotton, not goddamn wool all the time. All right. Okay. Looks in the mirror and takes a bit of mistletoe out of the back of his hair, burns it with druidcraft, and you see, like, from the smoke, it kind of wraps up around him, and then as it falls to the floor, the smoke and Gazrick are gone. I just have a +10 to stealth checks, so I will now make my stealth check.
All right.
Oh, thank goodness. It was an 11 plus 10, 21.
Nice. Okay. So you go ahead and make your way back through the corridors and to the door that you exited, which you know to be Speaker Shane's office. Mm-hmm. And the door is closed. and you can hear voices inside, although you cannot quite determine what they are saying.
I think I'll just try to put my ear against the door. I think like opening a closed locked door, even with a 21 stealth, is not doing me any favors.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's just a
usually
little
Gazrick,
drafty in here.
Gazrick is like, okay, no, it's fine. We used to crack safe this way. It's all good. Yeah, and just like raises his ear up. Is this a
Okay.
perception check? Is it like
It is a perception check.
okay? 8 + 5, 13.
13. So you put your ear against the door and you kind of like press your face a little closer to the door, and the conversation does not become more distinct to you.
They talking about macaroni? What? Just why?
You can you hear the voices are not raised. You can at least tell that it is a level conversation.
Okay. I stay for as long as I can until I hear like some movement back towards the door, and then the moment I hear that, I book it back to my room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are there for maybe about 10 or 15 more minutes before you hear the voices begin to get closer.
Okay.
And then you scurry on back.
Yeah.
Okay. The night passes uneventfully unless anyone else would like to do anything in their room.
Sleep.
Sleep. Finally, Shaka gets his nap.
I don't know.
The morning comes bright because it's bright outside. The sun is not shining. It's an overcast day. There are knocks on everybody's door saying that breakfast is awaiting them. Is there anything that you would like to do before you head for breakfast?
No, I think Shaka will just go to breakfast, anticipating a conversation about what's going on.
Okay. Everyone heads down to breakfast, where, a kind of not quite buffet style, but all the food is there on the table, empty plates and utensils and stuff. And it takes about how long do you think it takes for everybody to come down? Like, does anybody dally once they've been told breakfast is ready?
No.
Shaka doesn't tell.
I think Kent wants to dally, but I don't know. Virgil, are you a morning person?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Virgil is a morning person. When the knock on the door that breakfast was ready came, he immediately he was already awake and answered and said thank you, and just was awaiting the eventual groan from further within the room.
Which came not too far after. This is our first day, Virgil. Do we have to go down and be the first down?
We don't have to be the first down, but you are not going to have me being the last down.
All right. Give me 15 minutes. 15. 10? 10. We can do 10.
All right. Everybody roll me a d6.
Oh. Okay. Choices. This one.
5.
3.
1.
3.
Also 3.
Yeah, you all come down about the same time. Masood, you got the 5 correct?
Yes.
So you, Gazrick comes down probably maybe a minute after everybody else. So in Kent and Virgil's attempts to not be to not be the last ones down, you find that you have arrived sort of kind of with everybody else, and Gazrick is the last one down.
Okay, good. All right, fair enough. Good timing.
Who else is there? Is Uvessa's there? Is Valish there?
Yeah.
And the rest
Yes.
of his crew.
Speaker Duvessa is there. Valish and his friends are there. You, 6 are there. Dahani is also there. And Rin is not.
I look at Dahani and Shaka after seeing that Rin is still not here. Do we should ask, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, they said that, like, he said that he'd be coming.
right. We should definitely ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it might be another day. Like, like we just got here. Like it's Rin. Like, like maybe let's wait a little bit more. I feel like, well, and I'm also trying to whisper so that they don't hear me. And I can roll on that if you need me to.
We have a small conversation by the like buffet set of eggs.
But I know I'm basically like, look, there's enough for us to have to talk about and go through. Like, I don't want to have to add that wrinkle unless they bring it up. I don't want to have to add that wrinkle to the conversation yet.
Okay, but I just wanted to know this whole thing happened because I left someone in jail, so I don't want to have this happen again 15 years down the road. Just like I learned my lesson, I want to make sure we're good.
Okay. Well, I mean, if y'all want to bring it up, I can't stop you, but I'd prefer to, there's a lot of other stuff that we need to figure out.
Okay.
And Ren could just come in the middle of the day or in an hour, or like let's just give him some more time.
This conversation goes unnoticed by Selise and by. Okay. Roll me a stealth, Shaka.
Okay. Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay, 23.
23. Yeah. This conversation goes unnoticed.
It was nat 20. But
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this conversation goes unnoticed by everyone.
Sweet.
So you all sit down to breakfast. Selise, you also notice, just because you know who makes up the rivals, you also notice that as everyone begins to sit down, that Rin is not among the people at the tables.
Rin, did you leave him? Did something happen to him?
Why is your first assumption that we left him?
I wasn't assuming, Shaka. I was asking.
No, we kind of had some trouble getting out of Revel's End. We're pretty sure that he secured a different way to get out, so he might be coming a little bit later.
But might is the operative word. It's worth asking the speaker about it.
You asked the speaker about it?
I think
She's sitting right there.
Yeah,
I think at this point.
At this point,
we
so
have to.
Speaker Shin, thank you for this lovely breakfast. It's really quite nice. But we did it. We did your job. Baelish is here. Where is our friend Rin?
She is very not cautiously, but she's very slowly digging into a small serving of scrambled eggs. She chews the eggs very slowly and thoughtfully, and as she swallows them, she looks over at you and she says, "I have not heard from my other operatives in Rebel's End yet."
Okay, yet. Okay. So it's just a little bit like, I know there's a lot going on. Like Warden Duncan's probably going nuts because he probably noticed that people are missing. So there's probably some chaos going on. So we just gotta let that settle down a bit. That's all.
Just let us know when Leto makes contact.
I most certainly will.
Yeah. Speaking of Warden Duncan, I think he came to see you. He didn't seem to be too happy why didn't you let him in on what was going on? He seemed pretty upset when he found out.
Because my business is my business and his business is not my business. And my business is not his business.
It's a lot of business.
So not the business, but business is concluded. And it seems, we did what was asked. Are we free? Can we leave?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to just get thirds real fast, and then, guys, are we ready to just head back? I'm done. I'm done with the cold, guys. Come on, let's just go back to Waterdeep. The shop has been closed forever. Let's get out of here.
I mean, as long as there's nothing else that we need to discuss with, DePass and Valish, yeah, we can. I guess we can leave, but I'm. So like Shaka is. So what Shaka is thinking is he is like, we just released like this big criminal from jail, right? And DePass and him, well, I guess he wouldn't know that they were having a level conversation, so I'll leave that out of it. But he's still a little worried. Like he wants to, like he feel like he can't ask in front of them like, yo, what's y'all deal? But he's like a little suspicious about, what's going on. So like he's like, yo, is DePass a part of the Arcane Brotherhood? Like, is there some kind of like thing? So he has all these possibilities going through his head. So he's hesitating a little bit to leave, but he's kind of keeping that inside because he feels like it's not the time or place to say that.
You also notice just over the course of the breakfast that Valish is not so much he's not like cold shouldering you all, but he's just not speaking to you all either. Like he's kind of focused on like himself and his group of people. Like they're having very insular conversation with themselves, and they're it's almost like kind of being back in prison. They're kind of like sitting with each other like on one end of the table and just kind of having their own hushed conversations.
So Shaka is going to
Yo, please.
say,
you said you weren't a narc last season. You kept saying you weren't a narc last season.
So Valish, hopefully he turns around, but I'm not sure. What do you plan on doing with your newfound freedom?
Valish, he looks up from his food and he looks over at you, and he kind of narrows his eyes at you because he knows that you're a narc. And he says, what I plan on doing is my business. I'm going to focus on not being in prison. And
good. Great. Because like that means that you're going to be on the up and up. You're not going to, that you're going to stay out of prison. I think that's great. I wish you the best.
I think this whole time, Kent is just watching and listening, and every now and again sort of leans over to Virgil and is like, all right, got it. So Shaka is the narc with a heart of gold, and Gazrick appears to be a little squirrely. That should be fun. Just sort of running commentary about our new, friend seems premature. Let's just say breakfast companions.
Virgil is eating. Virgil is eating, just happy to have breakfast, and every now and then giving Kent a bit of an elbow nudge, in the just the kind of way, but concerned what the conversation will be when the traveling companions turn their attention to wondering who we are.
Yeah, I think after realizing that things are okay and seeing Shaka walk over, Gazrick looks at Selise. Selise, are you seated next to Virgil and Kent, or?
I will be if it makes whatever you're gonna say cooler.
No. I was asking Tanya. Yeah, sorry. I think Shaka, you walk. We established that like Valish and them are like on a separate end of the table, so you like walked over there. So then it just leaves me, Tahani, and Selise, and Ken and Virgil. So I think I go sit next to Selise and I ask, so what route did you take to get up here? You guys traveled by foot? You guys take a portal? Like, how'd you manage the terrain?
We traveled how you normally travel, by foot, by horse, sometimes by magic.
Oh my goodness. Probably not a problem for you guys, I bet, right?
Are you asking all of us or just me?
Do you speak for them? Are they your retainer?
You were looking at me as you asked me, Gazrick. That's why I wanted clarification.
That's fair. No, yes. I'm sorry, you have a beautiful cape, and I love the eyes, the suspenders, great. But who are you guys?
Kent just went through the biggest roller coaster of feelings about this conversation. You accused us of being retainers and then complimented my cloak. We're all over the place and I'm loving the chaos of it. And I think Kent says, well, certainly not retainers, but thank you, and sort of flips the coat a little bit more so the inside is showing again.
It's beautiful. Great craftsmanship, really.
Oh, thank you. Yes, really done by, I have a man, you see, and he does all of my well, anyway, my name's Kent, and I sort of gesture because the last time I tried to introduce Virgil for him, I got a speaking to.
I'm Virgil. We are definitely not Selise's retainers.
But very impressed by her skills and abilities. It was time for us to take a little trip, a little vacation, a little, see the world a bit again. It had been so long, and happened to run into your capable companion here along the way, and well, we had no other real plans, so here we are.
At the mention of Kent saying it was time to take a trip, Virgil kind of smirks and chuckles to himself and shakes his head.
Just the slightest little elbow.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Oh boy.
I guess that means I should roll deception. Hold, please.
And meanwhile, Selise is sitting there with her tanker, just kind of wondering what has happened to all of you while she's been gone. Because Shaka's kind of snarky. Dahani, now that the player knows Dahani's a very small burb, she's just like, what exactly happened to you all in Revel's End?
Prison changes a person. Go ahead. What were those rolls?
Oh, I got a 14.
I got a 13. Vacation is probably not entirely accurate.
Oh, Gazrick's a traveling merchant by choice. Yeah, he gets it. He picks up on it. Yeah. I think Gazrick nods, is like, oh, it's nice to see the world. It's part of the reason why I went to Waterdeep in the first place. And do you all plan on... Selise, do you plan on coming back with us? Are you with us now, or do you have something you need our help with?
I mean, unless you all are telling me I should go, I did come to see if I could get you out of prison, but you're already here.
Okay.
See,
So-
Gazrick sigh of relief. Like, someone outside was thinking of us. Thank goodness. I really like. Yeah.
Do you say that, or is that what Masood is thinking?
Do you see a tear fall down Gazrick's cheek? Because that is all you see is just a single teardrop as he says, "Oh, great. Well, we're out now, so you shouldn't have worried."
Oh, who said I was worried?
No one. Just I dreamt. It's cool. I'm gonna go finish my eggs. And Gazrick goes back to his plate and just like, man, eggs haven't tasted this good ever. I think.
Rin liked eggs. You remember Rin?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, because we could go back, but Ren's supposed to meet us here, so we could either, I guess, we could wait in Icewind Dale. We can go back to Waterdeep and see if we can hear from him. Um, I don't feel comfortable going back to Revel's End to uh, see what's up, but we can, like hopefully, Speaker Shane, you can use, your folks to give us intel on that. But if there's nothing else we need here, you know, Kent, Virgil, are you coming? Are you planning on coming with us, or do you have business in Icewind Dale?
Virgil kind of leans forward, like just kind of finishing off a bite of food, and says, "Well, as we encountered Selise in our travels, it seemed like having more people to travel with made for a bit of a lighter load. But upon hearing this, Selise wandered away. You've left this Rin person behind. Are you in the habit of traveling together, or letting members of your party wander off unattended?"
No, it was a really tough time, like getting out, and things were we had to make some quick decisions, and um, we didn't want to do it that way, but we kind of had to make a quick decision. So we generally like to stick together, but this was a case where we had to unfortunately make a quick decision.
And Ren will be back. Like, you just gotta wait another day, Just, we'll hear something.
At this point, Speaker Shane does interject and say, if you would like to head back to Waterdeep, I can arrange your travel, and should I hear anything from Leto or Rin, I can pass that information along, or even pass Rin along when he shows up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Truly, thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Let's head back.
Yeah. Before we leave, I'd love to say goodbye to Baelish, if that's possible.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you do this over breakfast, or do you wait until everyone is finished?
I try to get a private moment, I think. Okay. So I think it might even not even be at breakfast. It might be when we go back to get our things packed and everyone's sort of putting their stuff by the front door before Gazrick is it says, "Oh wait, I got to get one last thing," and I go and I knock on the door that Baelish and his party were in.
Okay. So as breakfast concludes, Speaker Shane says that your things have been placed in the rooms which you slept in the previous night. Whenever you are ready, just meet in the front hall, and Sierra will get you back to Waterdeep the same way you all got here. And then she nods and says thank you for completing the job, however unorthodox it was. And then she gets up and she leaves. And Baelish and crew leave also.
All right. I'm ready to go.
Selise gathers all of her things, and she leans over to Kent and Virgil. Thank you for coming with me.
Truly, thank you.
Are you sure about that?
Not anymore, but we're still sort of leaning towards yes.
And I do apologize for the assumption you're my retainers.
Oh, I've been called far worse.
That doesn't make it any better.
Pointed stare at Virgil on that one.
Oh?
Well, yeah, sometimes far worse by me. But so far, this seems as though I don't see any need to change our arrangement. It still seems to be beneficial and enriching to travel with you, and I feel as though some of the stories you've told us now start to make sense.
It does. Still.
Just
Well.
a giant grin from Kent at all of this.
Well, hopefully things have not changed too much while I was away. Although I sense a change in Shaka that I'm not sure I like.
Well, I certainly couldn't speak to how they all behaved before, but this is fairly on brand as far as I can tell, but you would know far better than I. I look forward to getting to know them on the road back to Waterdeep, apparently is our next stop. Do love a bit of backtracking on our part.
Well, I mean, the road from Tarami was long, but I'm curious as to what Speaker Shane meant by the way that you got here.
I imagine that's quite the story. I look forward to it.
As do I, but for now, we should make our way down to the front to meet everyone.
In all seriousness, Selise, truly, thank you for bringing us, for allowing us to come along. I needed some time away, but I think this will do us more good than we anticipated.
At him finishing that, Virgil's eyebrows raise a little bit, and he kind of gives Kent this "I'm proud of you" look. Like, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Kent looks back and just gives the eyes of "See, I can be sincere to people that aren't you."
Oh, this is going to be quite the interesting journey with you two along, I can tell.
I love everything about this.
Sorry, I was going to ask a question, but I will ask it in the Zoom chat, so go ahead.
Okay. So, yes, you all retreat to your rooms where your things have been placed. You got dressed in your clothing, like the clothing was already there for you, but things like your weapons, your spell components. Shaka, there's a plant on the table that you vaguely remember being in the inn prior to coming to Speaker Shane's. And you're it's just all there kind of waiting for you.
Okay. Can I investigate or nature? Or can I roll? I want to see what this is because I'm like, which role would be a better?
You can roll nature to see what kind of plant it is. You can roll history to see if you remember it being in the room before.
Yeah. Let me do a history.
Okay.
That poor plant was just chilling there the whole time.
22. Wow,
22.
nice.
Amazing.
I'm scared of these rolls right now.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
So you do vaguely recall seeing this plant the second time you all came to Bryn Shander to begin this mission. You actually recall seeing it in Dahani's room before it made its way into your room.
Okay.
And then by this, you get the sense that if you left anything at all in the inn, it was also kind of collected and brought to Speaker Shane's house.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Is it a big plant? Is it something I can fit in my bag?
Yeah, it's about this big.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it in my bag then. I want to give it to Dahani when I see her.
Any other extreme preparations before you all meet in the front hall? Okay.
No.
Then a certain amount of time later, you all meet in the front hall where you see the rest of your compatriots, Speaker Shane, and a tall, brown-skinned woman who is looking at you all with sort of a raised eyebrow, as if to say she really didn't expect to see you all again.
Do you recognize her?
Yes, this is Sierra.
It's Sierra.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Sierra.
She gives you this kind of tight-lipped smile and says, Shaka.
You know, it's crazy, Shaka. That was my face when I saw Sierra for the first time after years. So I get it. It's nice. Like, see, we did it. It's a surprise, but it's not a terrible surprise. We're around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have more of a history with her, so I'd expect that. But I guess now we have a history with her. And then I turn to Sierra and I say, are you helping us to get back to Waterdeep?
I am.
Thank goodness. Okay. We don't. So I don't know how you guys get here, but we're going back the fast way. We're just going to portal back, it seems like.
I don't know. How are we getting back?
Well, that's how Sierra brought us here, right? Didn't she make a portal to Icewind Dale?
I don't recall, actually. I don't remember if we...
That's how
I thought we just traversed there.
No, we definitely did not.
No,
I promise you we did not trek through rock, sleet, and snow.
Thought we did.
That's why Gazrick was impressed that you guys made it to Icewind Dale. Like, you all traveled here. That is impressive in and of itself. So yeah, the fact though, I'm pretty sure I thought we like took a portal into Icewind Dale. Yeah.
Yes. That is the second time that is how it happened.
Right.
Sweet.
But yes, Sierra looks over you all and at the three new people that, were not here with you the first time. And she says, you were only supposed to rescue the one.
Yes, but then, you always have to have a backup plan, apparently, and who is going to rescue the rescuers?
So, you rescued them too? Or...
No, they were just waiting. They I think... is it harder? Like, is it like... Sierra, come on.
Yeah, they're like allies of ours. We just all need to get back. That's all.
And at Shaka saying that, Selise raises an eyebrow. Mere allies, now I see.
Well, I mean, collectively, right? I mean, you are a friend. They are with you, so I consider them allies.
I see.
Well, now, Sierra, you know the whole dynamic, okay?
Thanks, Sierra. Thanks for pushing that.
Mm-hmm. You all are ready then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see Sierra, hold her hands up and do some complicated magic stuff. And similarly as how you got here, there is a portal. And on the other side of this portal, you can see no snow. First of all, that is the first thing that you all notice on the other side of this portal. And Troll Skull Manor, the exterior of Troll Skull Manor, looking the same as it always has. And then she says to you, I don't have a lot of time, please.
Gazrick's already through. The moment he saw sunlight and felt warmth above what is like negative 25 degrees, he's through the door.
I start walking through, but I do say to Sierra, I say, hope we showed you that we are a reliable group to deal with sensitive kind of situations.
He just raises an eyebrow at you.
Yeah. And like I kind of say that and then kind of walk through like before I can hear her response.
Nice. That's how you get the last word.
Give me the last word. All of a sudden I get yanked back.
Yeah. You just feel like gauntlet in hand pull you. Selise just gives her a respectful nod and, gestures for Kent and Virgil to go ahead of her.
Seeing Troll Skull Manor, Kent just sort of says, "Oh, how cute. I will miss the snow." Steps through.
Virgil gives just a very polite nod and smile to Sierra and proceeds through the portal.
She returns the nod and smile in the same kind of respectful manner. Like she I'm sure you and Sierra Selise kind of like exchanged glances and kind of like clocked each other and just kind of got this like respectful like I see you kind of thing going. But one by one, you all go through the portal, and as you look back, you see the front hall of Speaker Shane's house disappear as you are back in Waterdeep with Troll Skull Manor before you.
Does it look any different? Would it look any different to Selise?
To Selise, no.
Okay.
It looks just the same as it did the last time you all saw it.
Okay.
All right. I want to walk in.
Okay. So Shaka, as you walk in, everything looks just about the same as it does, except from the middle of the room, you hear friend or foe.
Brian, come on, man. You know us.
Wait, who's Brian?
You met Brian. You met Brian last. You met him once. You know, it's fine. Brian, it's us. It's me, Gazrick, Tahani. All of us are together, and some new friends.
New friends or new foes?
New friends, bud. Come on, chill. We, you know what? Just assume people are friends until we say otherwise.
That goes against what I was told when I first got here. But
You're a brain. You can learn new things.
so what you see, interestingly enough, when you all left, our good friend, the brain in the jar, was on the bar counter. What you see now is that in the middle of the kind of main seating area, there has been constructed what you can only call a robot?
Oh,
I'm sorry, what?
A robot. With Brian the brain in the stomach?
It's like a
like
shredder
Krang style.
Like Krang
Krang.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely Krang style.
a white ball-headed man robot in underwear.
But it's not made out of like it's not made out of like iron and you know like metal materials. It's made out of like empty drink mugs and
Oh my god.
utensils.
Who
and
did this?
The instant that you think that question, you hear, "Y'all are back! I thought y'all were gonna be gone forever!" And coming out of the back room, you see Duo.
Duo got a southern accent while we're gone.
No, I just have to walk into it a little bit.
There it is.
That's it.
Sound great, Duo.
That wasn't a condemnation.
I just gotta walk into it.
I love
Are
it.
there other people? Are there guests? Or is it like empty?
There are maybe 3 people who are seated the furthest away from this this construct, and they
It's like
have-
social distance.
yes,
Socially distanced.
yes, absolutely.
Got it.
And Duo says, "I thought that y'all were never coming back."
No, we're back. Of course, we're back, and here are some new friends. But did you do this? Who did this? Who made this happen?
Yeah, I did this. This is yeah.
Wow, Brian and you let this happen?
Well, he didn't want to be stuck on the counter forever.
Oh,
Can he move?
yeah. Brian, do you have
Like,
do you
can
have
he
agency or?
No, it's and you. The brain really doesn't Like he kind of like moves around in his jar. Like the jar,
It's a mannequin. It's a mannequin. It's like okay.
The jar is situated inside this utensil
mannequin.
construct.
Okay.
And Duo says, well, the first time that I tried to have him go around the room, all the cups and the knives and the forks, they just kind of went everywhere. So we're working on it. But I got a plan.
Okay.
You've been this is extra month. Like you've been keeping up on the bills, Duo.
Yeah, of course. No, Gazrick, he after what happened last time, it was Gazrick and I, we sat down and we really started to, he started to teach me that I should actually read the papers that come in. You know?
You'd be surprised how many dozens of sessions it took, but we got there.
All right.
So-
I mean, you're saying, of course, as if it is a thing. I just want to make sure because this looks like you might have had to spend some funds on this. So I just wanna make sure.
No. This is just the stuff that we had in the back.
Oh, the extra stuff that you borrowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. While you all were gone, what I did was everybody that came in, like I took a running count of all the people that came in and how much stuff we actually used. So that way I could use what we weren't using to help the brain. My name is Brian. You named me. And then Dahani pipes up. Actually, it was me. I named you.
Yes.
It was me.
Dahani, did you see this? Look at what happened to Brian. It's nice,
Yeah.
right?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But
Bru-
it just looks like he's stuck here now instead of
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian, do you want me to do magic or something? I don't know, give me like a week. I might be able to figure something out.
that would be amenable.
Okay. Cool.
And
I'll look through it.
meanwhile, Selise is like looking at all of this, going, a brain.
You remember Brian
No, she wasn't there.
in season 7? You were there.
Oh,
you were there.
But you didn't bring it back to guard Trollskull Manor. She wasn't there.
I think
No,
I-
she.
You were just there when we went back with Brian, but like you didn't see how they incorporated it.
Right.
I think
Yes.
that's about it.
Security
Yeah.
system.
So
Right.
yeah, you knew about the brain in the jar, but you did not know that we kept the brain in the jar and kept it as a security system.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And she's just like, souvenir from Icewind Dale. Why is there a brain in a jar here?
Okay. Well, we try not to call him a brain. His name is Brian. And he's here because it kind of grew on us. And then who brought him? Is it Tahani? Did you carry?
I carried him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the one that tried to. This is the one that Rin dropped,
Mhm.
and then you see as soon as she says Rin, she just kind of like she like thinks for a second.
Your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one that tried to kill Rin,
And then didn't.
and then
right?
no, because we convinced it that we were there to liberate the brains in the jars,
Which we did.
which we did,
Mhm.
in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
and now we have Brian.
We do have Brian.
We do have Brian.
Well, there's not a lot of people around, so Selise, can you give us a little update on everything?
Yeah. What's been
Could
going on?
you let me walk in the door and put down my cloak?
Sure, yeah, sure. I'm just curious.
Like we just got here.
Hey,
Okay.
Virgil, Kent, you want to? Let me give you a tour. I'm letting like the two oldest members of the rival now just like have a moment because I think they need one. And yeah,
They
like try to
Look, Shaka can have whatever he wants. Selisa's like, I'm going to put my stuff down. I'm about to get like some tea or something. Can I? Like when you would come home and somebody wants to start asking you questions, you're like, could I get my coat off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's take a couple minutes to get settled. But I think we need to talk about this. Like you know, yeah, I think we really do.
And why do you think we absolutely need to talk about it?
Because I care about you. You've been a good friend, and I just want to make sure that everything's okay.
Good friends, I see. The same good friends that didn't check in before you all went gallivanting off to Revel's End.
Yes, that was definitely a mistake. And friends make mistakes, but we own up to it, right? So I'm as the person that that has known you for a while, I'll take accountability for that. So like I don't blame like Gazrick and Dahani, or a Rin.
Well, I owe Ren a discussion anyway about his autobiography he keeps trying to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of talents.
Do I look like I'm laughing about the autobiography?
No, I'm sorry, but I mean it is kind of funny. I want to roll. Charisma. I just want to see if like I don't know. I can like. And you totally don't have to allow this, but I want to see if like I'm trying to if my laugh doesn't come off as like if it can come off as a positive thing.
So are we doing charisma check versus charisma check?
That's up to
that sounds about right. Like you're trying to. It's not persuasion because like you're not trying to persuade her. You're not trying to persuade her that this is that you're like not being condescending. So this would just be a straight charisma check.
Yeah. It's a more like me. Like I'm trying to do something that doesn't seem out of place and offensive.
And then I guess Selise, you can roll insight.
Or what about intimidation?
Yeah, you can roll intimidation, sure.
That I roll with advantage now.
Whoa.
Oh, wait. I rolled the save by mistake.
In the background, you just hear, yeah, so the kitchen has a walk-in freezer if you guys need anything,
Virgil has definitely like just kind of like tugged on Kent's cloak, like we're just edging towards and following Gazrick.
Kent has no idea that any of this is happening because he has been completely unable to take his eyes off the brain in the jar.
Brain in the jar in the robot.
Yes. I have a 23.
11.
Oh, okay. So
So I just come off as.
It's not so much that you come off as condescending, but it's like you're trying to project this. We are friends, Selise. I am just trying to say something, be concerned for you, and I'm trying to be genuine and honest. But even though that is absolutely what you're feeling in the face of this Selise that is very clearly different from the last time you saw her, it's just not. It's not connected.
And she gives you the stare. Something funny?
Oh.
All right, maybe we should talk later. But I do want to talk to. I do want to. Okay, at the very least, can we at least all, Virgil can, if you're cool with Selise, then you're cool with us. But I'd like to hear a little more about, what y'all are here for.
Adventure, excitement. Brains in jars and robots, apparently.
I mean, we just got done with a lot of adventure, and to be honest, I hope we could take. If I can, I can rest a little bit, but I don't know.
That's certainly fine. It looks like you all have earned it, but if I'm completely honest, which I looks around, feel like is sort of the norm around here, you all strike me as a group that doesn't get much rest and relaxation time.
I would agree. I spent some time in Avernus. I don't know if you're familiar with Avernus, but it's not a great place, and
much prefer Cania myself.
It's been a thing. But you did say that you came across Selise on your journey. So where were you journeying from?
Oh, this little lakeside town. You might have heard of it out east called Caradoon, foot of hills of the beautiful Snowflake Mountains, Shilmista Forest. Ringing any? No, maybe? Yes? No?
Yeah, can I roll something to see if Gazrick in his journeys has heard of this place?
Oh yeah, roll a history check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. As a merchant, like you might have.
Got a big 7. Big 7.
Not make it that far out.
You're like,
See, I went down the other side of the mountain.
Right.
It's calm and one might also almost say sleepy. You know, out of the way. It made for a satisfying but not particularly enriching life.
Oh, we made what excitement we could, which maybe explains why we're here now. Anyway, we're very happy to be with you. Little change of scenery. It's been a while since we've dusted off our skills as anything more than, homebodies and archaeological studies and things of the sort. But happy for a change of scenery,
Okay. Well, you're in the big city now, so if you have any questions, anything you want to know about, tips to get around. I mean, if you're from a sleepy island town, I would hate to see y'all getting taken advantage of in the city. I mean, there's a lot of people with there's a lot of people with good intentions, but also bad intentions. So I just want to make sure that you pass some street smarts. So if you have any questions, just let us know.
Well, that almost sounds like you're warming up and getting used to our presence here already. That is very heartwarming.
Well, I mean, as I said, I know, and like I kind of look toward like Selise and say, I know that we didn't inform you of what we were doing and kind of left you in the loop, but I'm glad that you were able to find some folks that that you could travel with.
I'm glad I found them too. She's giving you that kind of like,
Yeah.
are we clear? You got me?
Yeah. Jock is trying. He's really trying. But
the struggle is real.
Yeah, he's just gonna because he's as I said before, like it's like Ren's not here, like Selise is like the person that he recognizes that bond with the strongest. So, but he also knows that he's given some signals that look like I'll tell you when I'm ready. So like Ashaka says, all right, well, what I guess we can I don't know, what do y'all want to do? Because it's like
Chaka, I mean, Virgil and Kent need some rooms. Why don't we go, to Honey? We can get them
just the
settled
one.
in.
We'll only need one.
Oh, just one room? Cool. We got plenty of rooms. If you want a room just for your stuff, you can go put the stuff there.
Virgil, we're never leaving.
You want like a walk-in closet room?
We traveled light, and then he looks at Kent, and we plan to maintain that.
Mm-hmm.
It's that look of this is never gonna work. That's not happening.
Just noises of assent with like the slight shake of the head while I say them.
So
if you have a room, something the both of us would find comfortable. Hopefully, I don't know what accommodations run to in this place. I'm still a little distracted by the cutlery brain art thing.
my name is Brian.
Yeah, his name's Brian.
But no, if you you can actually talk to Duo. He's been like familiar since he's been gone with what's available, like what's currently booked. So, obviously you won't have
No, Shaka, they don't pay. Come on.
Because they're not. But yeah, but
They don't pay.
Shaka.
Um,
None of us
Yeah,
pay. This is our home. And if they're joining us, this is their home too.
that's true. I just wasn't sure if they were joining. I wasn't sure, but
It's cool. You guys can work part-time in the shop. I don't know if you guys know, we got the shop with merchandise. We got stuff that we've got. I need to get that back and up and running. I just remembered all about that. Oh, man. That's been close. We've been down on revenue. Like, Gazrick just remembers, like, all of the fiduciary responsibilities he had before going to prison. And
No.
he's like, all right, okay, vacation's over. And he, like, immediately just goes to the room with all the stuff in it. Yeah.
Virgil, I know I didn't hear that.
I don't. I that must have been a stray thought that escaped his lips. I'm sure that's not.
Or you can think about that too hard. Duo does come up to both of you and says, "So will you be needing one room or two? Do you need a king size, queen size bed? What do you need?"
We are never leaving. One room, king size, would be perfect. Thank you. Duo, was it?
Yeah. My name's Duo. I'm a ghost. It's nice to meet you.
Virgil, does ghost mean something different out west here? The room will be lovely. Thank you, Duo the ghost.
Yes, follow me, please. And
Excellent.
Duo takes you up some stairs where there is a room, mostly to your accommodations. It's a fairly, it's large because it's got a king size bed in it. The bed it doesn't have that many decorative pillows. It's got enough.
Well, we'll find some.
And there is a fairly large kind of like armoire sort of thing that you can put stuff. And the room is empty, which may surprise anybody else who walks in here. But to you, it just looks like a clean room.
Great. Let's get settled.
What would the rest of you like to do as Duo kind of just marches off with Kent and Virgil?
I want to see what became of my room, or even if I still have a room.
Okay. Selise, you go to your room, and it looks very much the same as you left it. Might even be a little cleaner.
This is a shock. Knowing Duo, I'm surprised he didn't sell off my room and my belongings.
Nope, it's all there because Duo knows that you will kill him again.
Or in the first place.
Depends on who you ask.
Except she wasn't the one that killed him.
Gazrick, goes and looks at the shop. Goes and looks at all the wares that we've put away. I remember there was a room with a portal that just had like a bunch of merchandise falling out of.
Yes.
yeah.
And so that is the biggest concern, is more or less like, is this room, what does it look like? Is the door like comically like bending on the hinges?
No, the room, the office, because this is an office.
Right.
The room is still very cluttered.
Okay.
It does take you some effort to get in, to get the door pushed and
Just, like,
actually
wading through.
get into the door. It's still full of stuff, but you can tell like things have kind of been rearranged. Like there are boxes in here now. And if you look in the boxes, all the stuff that was in the room is in the boxes.
What? Oh my god. I'm very impressed. I know he watched me organize. I didn't think he would learn anything. Duo doesn't get paid, but man, he should get a raise or something. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a little like, it's definitely not up to like your standards, Gazrick, as a merchant who carries things, it's not like up to code, but you can tell that an effort was made.
That is more than Gazrick was expecting. I think the fear and panic, like this room, all of Trollskull Manor should have been just covered in the litany of materials that keep somehow magically producing themselves. I think Gazrick comes in and is like, I don't know. I hate to say it, but I think Brian's a good influence on Duo. Who would have thought?
You also see, sitting on the office desk, an envelope with Shaka's name on it.
I pick it up. I look at it.
It's sealed and slightly smoking. Not hot, just smoking.
Just smoking. Okay. You don't open other people's letters. You don't do it, especially now that you're out of jail. You don't open other people's letters. Okay. I put it in my pocket, and I was like, I'll take it to him after I finish, doing what I can for the room. At least, making it easier to get in and out of. So I do that. Yeah, I just do that until later.
The portal is also still open.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Cool. I spend probably an hour in there just sort of putting it all together, and then I come out and I make my way towards Shaka's room.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll cut to Shaka at this point. Shaka, what did you do once everybody seemed to kind of break?
Mm-hmm. I want to give the plant to Dahani.
Okay. Dahani has gone to her room, and she doesn't have a lot to put away, but as you go in there, you see she's kind of rearranging some canvas and setting up an easel, and you come in and she's like, "Oh, hey, Shaka."
Yeah. This was in my room. Just wanted, I believe it's yours, and he kind of funnels through and pulls this plant out of his bag.
Oh, no, that's for you.
Oh, did you give this to me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. That's cool.
Yeah. When we got to Bryn Shander, your room didn't have a whole lot in it, so I thought it could use some greenery.
Thanks. I don't know why I'm suggesting these weird rolls this game, but Shaka likes minimalism, so I want to
Okay.
I want to roll deception because I want to fake I like getting a plant to put in.
All right, roll deception.
I
don't know
so
why.
Sweet.
Your room's so empty. Let me put it there. No, but that's exactly how I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you remember last year, Shaka likes these minimal, he's a minimalist, I guess, with all the baggage of that word. So getting this extra plant, he's kind of thanks. So let's
go ahead and roll that deception.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
Dahani rolled a 1.
Wow.
Sweet. So I successfully feign my interest in this.
You see Dahani's eyes get super bright. I felt so bad that we all had super kind of catered to us rooms. I don't think Sierra liked you very much. And so I figured that since your room was plain, it could use a little bit of, just something.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And also just wanted to let you know, you really helped me in the prison. You really helped to calm me down. You helped me with the Arcane Brotherhood stuff. I just want to say, I know we, haven't had as much time together, but I think you've been a great, a great asset to the group, and I consider you a friend. So,
thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. I consider you a friend too, and that's what I do for my friends. So, if you ever need more friend stuff, I'm your friend.
Sweet. All right. Thanks. All right. So Shaka leaves Dahani's room and goes to his room.
Okay. And it's about that time that Gazrick is also approaching your room.
Okay. So we're both kind of approaching the room at the same time.
Yeah, as you leave Dahani's room and head to your room, Gazrick is headed towards your room, so you guys kind of meet at the door.
Oh, hey, bud.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Wanted you to. I found this. This is for you. Also wanted to get a moment to update you. I don't know if this is a big deal. We can talk about 1A before B, but just wanted to loop you in on some things.
Okay.
I hand him the letter and like, do you invite me into your room? Do I like open the door?
Well, I'm kind of just standing there so far. I haven't opened the door yet, but
Yeah.
like I say, you can just tell me. You don't have to write me a letter. You can
Oh
just-
no! I didn't write that. That's something else. Anyway, come on, we'll talk about it. I open your door and walk into your
Oh
room.
God. So presumptuous.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gazrick
But yeah,
is like, it's my bud. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after the prison, if this was like pre-prison Gazrick, I might have been offended. But I'm like, you know what, Gazrick, I ride for him right now. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I walk in.
Okay, Shaka, your room, when you left, there was stuff everywhere, and you only had like one tiny section of your bed to sleep on. But you see inside, and Gazrick, this surprises you too, because you didn't think that it would extend to the rest of the manor. But there are stacked boxes in here too.
Oh.
Oh wow, someone's been organizing, huh?
Who though? I
Oh,
didn't
it's
have
much.
much.
Well, it had to have been Duo, no?
Oh, what was he doing? Are the boxes? Are they just plain boxes? Are they labeled? Or they? What do they look like?
They are plain boxes, but if you look inside them, you can see that capitalized "N" attempt at organization was made.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm not going to think about that right now. But like I'm going to look at it and be obviously frustrated.
Well, it's the stuff like when you got home and your room was being used as storage. Your stuff has not been touched. This is the extra stuff.
Okay. All right. So it's not like everything I had was.
No. Like your room looks
got it.
like your room. It's just this is all that extra stuff.
There just happens to be clutter in boxes. Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna sit on the bed, and then I'm gonna ask the Gazrick, where'd you get this from?
It was in the storage room, and it had your name on. It was smoking before. I don't know if that's weird. Yeah, like in
so
the
it's
office.
not like Duo gave it to you, like somebody dropped it off. Like
no, it was just there, which, to be fair, was really weird. But I was like, it's your letter. Also, just so you know, I don't know if you were aware of this. Selise killed someone named Suraj that they had a vendetta against while you were gone, and I don't know if that was ever explained to you.
I mean, Suraj. I mean, we know what he did, so
I found out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's justified. I'm not going to stand in the way of that. I just thought you should know. That might be why things are different.
Okay. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. But now that you've told me where you got this letter from,
yeah, that's weird, right?
I'm a little concerned.
Shaka, you recognize the handwriting on the front of it.
Ooh. Gazrick, I recognize the handwriting on
It's Ashbourne's handwriting.
Oh
man, she sent this through Avernus mail, through ASPS. Yeah, so it's just her name, like there's nothing else on it.
Well, no,
it's my name in her handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm tearing this thing open.
Yeah,
eagerly opening it.
Okay, and it's just a general alert. It's like, hey Shaka, how are you? I just wanted to.
Good. Yeah, it was very good. It was very good.
I just wanted to. It's been a while since you went back to the Prime Material, and I just wanted to see how you were. And things are cool here. I mean, as you know, I've been flying around with my mom and just being the good in Avernus that doesn't really exist here. It's kind of weird, but me and Chips miss you a lot, and there's a present in there for you. Me and my mom got into a really, really awesome fight a couple days ago, and I just thought this would be really cool for you to have. Say hi to everybody for me. Send my love to Selise and to Rin, and I hope to see you soon. And then it's signed Ashbourne at the bottom, and then there's a little paw print on it. chips.
That's so sweet. Oh my god.
And the inside the envelope, you see it's about that big maybe. It's a gold dragon scale.
Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna kind of look at it and say, "Hey, Gazrick, this looks pretty nice, huh?" While he's eating.
Oh yeah, perfect time for me to take a bite. Wow, that's it's gold, right? So Gazrick like takes a look at it. My goodness, this is salt. How much would this be? Like, what's the size of this? If
So
it's solid, yeah.
It's like a dragon. It's like a.
Yeah, it's about this big,
Yeah.
and you can tell that like it's been broken, like the edge is a little jagged.
Mm-hmm. Can I do a nature check on it to see if to know if it's either is a stone or you said scale, so like if there's any way I can see it's like was it like organic gold, like basically coming off a dragon?
Yeah,
Or...
go ahead and make a nature check.
Cool. With a dirty 20.
Okay. No, it's like a legit dragon scale.
Oh my god. Chaka, this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ash. I mean, she's so great, and I'm glad that she's still looking out for us, even though she's still over in Avernus. Like I hated to leave her there on her own, but I knew that she had the situation under control. Man, where do I put this though? Like this is pretty valuable.
I mean,
if I should keep it in here, or I should ask Duo if we have some kind of safe or something.
Hey, can I say something? Duo's been doing really good. I would not tell him that you have gold though. It might be too much of a temptation.
Oh yeah,
I think it's like. But along that note, do you want to keep it? Do you want to flip it? Do you want to invest it? Like
I mean,
this is
a lot. Keep it, Gazrick.
Okay.
Like this is from a close friend of mine.
Sure,
It's
but
not
I mean,
all about the money, man.
No. You mistake my intent. I mean, like you could take it and invest in something that your friend would really care about. Like I just, if it itself means more than its value, I hear you.
So you want me to use it to buy a bunch of GameStop stocks and then?
It's not. You just gotta keep your diamond hands on it right now. Just gotta hold.
I'm so sad that I know what that means.
I know. Me too.
Yeah. No, I don't want to invest it, man. This is I mean, obviously, if it was like a super serious situation where we needed to come up with something, I would hate to part with it, but I would. But this is something from her, like
yeah.
So I definitely. So I'll find somewhere in here to like keep it. It's got to be somewhere that. Like I'm not gonna display it. Like it's too valuable.
Yeah, I mean maybe put it in the case.
Somewhere.
It's a golden dragon scale, not the dragon scale that's covered in gold. A golden dragon scale.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So, yeah. I'm pretty psyched about this. Oh man. So what do you think about Kent and Virgil?
Look, I'm not one to cast judgment on people's history. I don't think we're getting the full story, and that's fine. It comes when it comes. Honestly, I'm riding a lot on Selise's approval of them. That speaks volumes, and if Selise trusts them, then I trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
I mean, I was worried that because Selise is different. She seemed to be acting different, and I was worried that they might be having some kind of influence on her. But now that you mentioned that she went through this thing with Zaraj, my fears are a little lessened because clearly that was traumatic. So, maybe they're here to help. I do trust like Selise's judgment. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just wanted to see what your thoughts were about
For
that.
sure, man. And
because like they're staying like in our manor, man.
Yeah, and they're also staying in our manor. If there's a reason to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. We know where to find them. They know where to find us. But at the meantime, Kent's got a cool cloak, and Virgil seems to be keeping things in line. I don't know else. I don't know much else about them yet.
I can't lie. I kind of got some horn envy with Kent. Like,
They're nice.
really,
They're
I can't lie. Like
yeah.
Like the metal. Like I might have to get.
Do you use
some
any
tips.
polish? How do you take care of yours?
Mine are. I don't really show mine off. They're a little.
I can get you wax. I can get you some beeswax. That's like pretty nice. I know a guy.
It's more like the structure of them, but also I don't want to like copy him. Like if I show up with
right
metallic
now if you do
horns,
it's a thing. Yeah.
Like I make my eyes look ice blue. Like that'll look like very strange.
I mean, no, don't copy everything.
But yeah. It'll kind of look like I saw this movie called like what movie? Well, I read this story.
Saw this theater play. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I read this story called Single Brown Tiefling, about this tiefling that like tried to make themselves exactly like they just got obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
Changed the way they looked, and it just ended really badly. So I don't want any hints of that. So forget I even said it. Just forget I even said it.
I look at the empty room besides the other boxes. I don't think you're looking to copy a personality. I think any personality addition to you might be overwhelming at first. So like, just if you feel inspired by somebody, it might be good to try out something new. But not everyone's going to assume you're going to go all the way, and don't go all the way. Like, come on.
Okay.
If you get a nice cloak, I'm gonna ask questions.
Okay. I'll temper it.
Yeah. Just try. Just if you want to try something, try something. But I'm gonna let you get settled. I like the letter came in. Wanted to get it your way. Also, just wanted to. Now you have a little context next time you want to talk to Selise. And
Thanks.
Yeah, of course, bud. Anyways, I'm gonna go sleep in my own bed for the first time in like a month. How long were we? I honestly lost track of days, but that's gonna be nice.
Okay, all right, man. Have a good time.
Yeah. And hey, truly, if you ever think about it, and you want to do something with that dragon scale, just let me know.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
And then Gazrick just walks out.
With everyone kind of getting acquainted with Troll Skull Manor, I think that is where we will call it for today.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody, and welcome Eugenio and Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you
I have
so much.
so many questions. I love the mystery.
And
Good slow burn. We'll spend our time
Yes.
with
This
that.
is gonna be great.
And
Yeah.
speaking of questions, it is time now for character questions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're brand new, you have at the end of every episode, we take questions for our characters only. Characters, NPCs, brains in jars, all that. So if you have some questions, please preface your question with question in all caps so that we can catch it. And how are y'all feeling, everybody?
Doing great. I think I do want to say, let's give a round of applause to our first DM'd session by Tahani.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Sorry, LaTia. I'm looking at your Zoom and you've got Tahani put up, and I read it. I'm so sorry. But
It's
LaTia,
okay.
You did it.
I am
you got
myself.
well done.
Lauren, I see you.
Oh my God, Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren, oh my God.
Yes.
That is a good question.
It is.
Yes.
So question to Kent. What is your horn care routine?
It's a process, and if we did, 20 minutes was not nearly enough this morning, I just want to point out. But usually what it is, if I really get the full sort of procedure, we start with a nice silver polish for the inlay. But of course you have to be careful because there is a certain sort of energy there that tends to sort of steam that up. But you get the metal bits polished, and then once that's done, you know what I've actually found is that a nice wood polish on the horns themselves does remarkably well. I don't think it would work if they were any lighter, but because I can find a good matching wood polish color, really does wonders.
I appreciate how involved that answer was.
It is great.
I'm like, have you met you?
It is extra, and I didn't know until today just how
Thank you.
extra.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We have a question for Selise. How much worry, if any, are you hiding about Rin?
Oh, Selise she's slightly worried, but she always knew that it's possible Rin would either come to a bad end or wander off if he wasn't making money and getting all the gold he thought he deserved. So she's moderately concerned, but she's more concerned right now with these changes, this brain in a jar, and also the fact that Shaka is like 6 feet, bro, 6 feet. Like, social distance. Let me get in the door and chill. Like, we weren't this close. I need you to calm down.
Very, very. I get that.
We have a question for Virgil. Oh, we have two questions for Virgil. The first, I'm sorry, Virgil and Kent. What are your favorite things about each other?
Oh. Well, I mean, since I'm just talking to myself, and absolutely no one will ever hear me say this out loud, I think my favorite thing about Virgil is that he gets me. And I don't just mean because we are both sort of experienced and formerly semi-retired adventurers. I mean that I have never wanted to sort of put much of a filter on my personality. I am excited by certain things. I like the finer things. I do, you all haven't seen this yet, but I also will nerd out about history in an archaeological sort of conversation. And Virgil tempers it, but never asks me to change.
Aw.
Hence, unpredictable energy brings me joy in a way that I had not ever imagined it happening. I prefer simple things. I prefer to keep things rather straightforward. And that struck me, no pun intended, a bit like a lightning bolt.
We missed a question from Uncanny Adventures prior to this. For Virgil, what is your favorite spell as a sorcerer?
I was basically answering that with the end. With
Oh,
the
like
tail end of
okay,
that.
I see
okay.
you. I see you.
I love it.
Then Virgil and Kent again. What one thing do you wish most you had been warned about prior to meeting the other rival?
Oh. I do think that a lot of the interpersonal little moments today a little bit went over Kent's head. Whether it's because he didn't notice because he doesn't notice, or he didn't notice because there was a brain in a jar in a robot made of cutlery. So I don't know yet. I like ask us again in a week or two, I think, is Kent's answer.
No, if you imagine Family Feud when the question has been asked, Virgil immediately would push the button. The brain in the jar. Second answer might be the ghost, and still has questions about that.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Question for Duo. How long did it take to build Brian's vessel? Also, since when can you build things? This is this is very much a work in progress. I have extensive building experience I am mostly just stacking things on top of each other and praying. But Brian seems to be happy, and we'll just keep workshopping it to see, and eventually, hopefully, we can get him to move, and it's fine. All right, we're gonna speed through these because there's somebody on after us. For Shaka, now that you and Selise are the only original rivals currently active, how does it feel that Selise is meeting you with cold words and mistrust? Are you finding more comfort in the bonds with the rest, like from the kind plant action from Dahani?
I mean, Shaka definitely wants to know what's up with Selise. I don't think he thinks that, there's any kind of bad intention or anything coming from Selise. He just, as a friend and also looking for someone to bond with after having this traumatic prison experience. Like he's like trying to go to his since like Rin's not there, right? Like his oldest friend out of the group. And he does find comfort in Dahani giving him plant, but he, as I said before, and why I made that role, not really excited about displaying a plant in his room. So he's probably going to look for a place that you can put it where he doesn't have to see it a lot. So maybe like, and like if there's any kind of shelves, maybe like a shelf that isn't really in his normal eyesight or something like that. So, yeah.
Follow-up question. Are you going to keep the plant on the side or disappear or let it disappear? Are you going to try and, what are you going to do?
I'm definitely going to have it in the room because Dahani will call him out on it. Well, he feels Dahani will call him out on it if he doesn't. But as I said, it's going to be somewhere that's not like his main perspective when he walks in.
Gotcha. All right. Final question is for Brian, the brain in a jar in a robot. Do you like the new place duo made for you? What new additions do you think would improve your station? Well, I still can't move, which was the when Duo decided that he would build me a body. The goal was to move, so I like it in that now I theoretically have arms and legs, but I still can't move. So we're gonna keep working on that. And that is the last question. So we will run outros. We'll go the opposite direction, starting with Tanya.
Hello, my name's Tanya, Cypher of Tier. You can find me here, obviously, on Sundays, and then on Thursdays over at Sirenscape as part of a short run of Cyberpunk Red, run by Scruff Phil Harkman. He's going to murder me because I forgot his last name. But yes, that is Thursdays at 8 Eastern for 2 hours over on Sirenscape and on my channel. And then a fun thing I'm doing is I'm going to take over the Xbox Twitch channel on February 25th as part of Black History Month.
Ooh, exciting. All right, Shareef, you're next.
Hey, I'm Shareef. You can find all my stuff at ShareefJackson.com or Shareef Jackson on all social networks. Make sure to check out our gaming stream every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central. I'll be playing some games, maybe some of the rivals, some other folks will like drop by as well. I played Hitman last time, and it was a lot of fun. Becoming an Undertaker and pushing an old woman into a grave. That was what we did. So yeah, it was fun. Also, starting on February 15th, I'll be starting a Kids on Bikes campaign on Roll20 at 10 a.m. Central on Mondays. So we got Markia McCarty, Shoemason, Noir, Enigma, and Kaylee Bray. So going to be awesome. Looking forward to learning from what Masood taught us over the summer with his Kids on Bikes campaign. So
you're going to have to blast it. You're going to crush
it. Yeah. Really looking forward to that. So make sure to check that out. And also, I forgot to mention during the sponsors that Blue Microphones is also sponsoring our show for this season as well. So
can't see
that so that you can hear our silky smooth voices.
Great. Brian, not the brain in a jar.
Yes, I am Brian. That is not in a jar. I'm the not jar Brian, but I'm also known as Urban Bohemian everywhere, a variety streamer on Twitch, a generally loud person on the internet, streaming Saturday, Sunday, Tuesdays, um, and now here on Sundays, which is super exciting. Let's see. Coming up next Sunday, if you come into my streams in the mornings, you'll know on Sunday morning we do Animal Crossing. Next Sunday, we will have a front page slot as part of Twitch and Black History Month. So would love to see you in there while I run around and do nothing.
Awesome. Eugenio.
Hey everybody, I'm Eugenio. You know me as DM Jazzy Hands. You can follow me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. And I always post there when I do things. Monday nights, I'm over also on the Roll20 app for just a couple more weeks. Tomorrow night is our penultimate episode of Season 2 of Burn Bright, GM'd by Celeste Konowich. We have had, well, we've had a good time up to now. My character's not super confident that we're going to get out of the next 2 sessions alive, but what do you do? So you can come check us out for the next 2 Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Every other Tuesday, I have to check my calendar, so I think not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, I play some more D&D over on Mini Train Domains channel with the Crafting Muse and Goblin Katie and Dr. B from Take This. We're playing through the Harper's Tale Hope and Redemption module. That's been a ton of fun there. And then I stream on my own channel, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mostly we play Dragon Age Inquisition these days. So if you want to come watch us romance Dorian, the Tevinter Mage, come check that out. And oh no, I was like, and also Friday nights, but we finished that. So yeah, that's where you can find me for now. Follow me on the Twitters though. New things announced, and you can always find me there.
Excellent. Masood.
Hey guys, I'm Masood. You can find me on the internet on Twitter and Instagram at Marudeboy, MAHRUDEBOI. And I'm here with the wonderful Rivals crew on Sundays playing Rivals of Waterdeep, as you all can tell. And then Tuesdays, the next time you can catch me over on the D&D channel playing Mythic Odysseys of Theros, sponsored by Roll20. And yo, it's getting good. We had our penultimate episode this Tuesday. One of our characters may or may not have become a god in the last episode. We have to resolve that, and I've been waiting all week to find out. Wednesdays, I'm no longer doing Balak Bion because that series finished. You can catch up on that on the Roll20 VODs and see what's going on there. But yeah, I've got an undisclosed project on Wednesday nights that I'll keep you in the loop on when I can talk about it more, but just be aware of. So don't occupy your Wednesdays too much. Thursdays, I play Once Upon a Game over on the Indoor Recess Group channel, where we look at narratively run video games and analyze them through a critical lens. Most of them are our favorites from our childhood and past. That's between me and Kitty May, another Indoor Recess crew kid. And yeah, that's about me. I'm online Sunday through Thursdays. Come hang out, and if not, just let me know on Twitter what you think of me. Yeah, I said it. I'm waiting.
All right, and I have been your DM for this and the remainder of season 9. I am LaTia. You can find me on the internet at LaTia Jacquise, mostly on Twitter, but I'm everywhere. I've got nothing coming up because my brain is full of the story for Rivals. So you can catch me here on Sundays, where I'll be taking them through the shenanigans that I have planned. Thank you all so much for watching. Hang around because we are going to raid Dr. Aaron Mack for they're currently doing Star Trek Sundays. So we will be raiding them, and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and the rest of your week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hold on, we are not out yet. Bear with me. Mics are still hot.